Hey guys, happy Monday. Here we are heading into what's going to be in the US, Thanksgiving and Black Friday week. As you guys seen, Lavelle extended the $25 promo, and there's a free shipping code as well for orders 200 and over. There's also the 15% off code, which I know the most recent one that I have runs out tonight. So watch for, I'm going to post the newest one that'll be like, for a couple of days longer after I get it. I'll post it in the updates just in case somebody doesn't see it. I'll post it there for everybody. I also am probably going to include some little things to kind of give you guys ideas to help with like getting these $25, how to kind of utilize this $25 promo. Listen, if you introduce somebody to a product and the best type of sales strategy is whenever you have three options, right? And that's proven. That's proven in all kinds of sales statistics. I mean, if you look at, they use the example of like going to the movie theater, right? They offer you a small, medium, and large popcorn. And why do they do that? Well, they do that because you see how much you're going to get when you get the large popcorn for the value compared to the cost of what the small and the mediums are. You get very little, but you still pay a good bit for the small. You get a little bit more for the medium, but you still pay a good bit. And then you get this like a lot for the large popcorn. I really want you to start thinking about your business like that when it comes to giving people options of a good, better, and best option. So with this $25 promo, you can utilize offering one product that's going to help target whatever it is that somebody's struggling with, whatever it is that they are in need of, or just simply helping them with the best price, right? And then you can utilize also, hey, you could do this deal or you could do this deal, and you could throw in that 15% off discount on top of it. You could throw off your own credits on top of it. Now, generally, I do not recommend, really giving an excessive amount of credits whenever it comes to something, because you want somebody to reorder. With that said, we're at the holidays, right? And I just watched on a TikTok this afternoon of somebody comparing their groceries. And it was like a September or October bill. And it was in September of 2021, September of 2022, and September of 2023. And their grocery bill in September of 2021 was $700 and something for their family of four. In September 2023, their grocery bill was almost $1,700. So if that doesn't speak a ton of where people are, it speaks for itself, right? So I know there's definitely different places that are offering different kinds of discounts. I just saw, I don't know if you guys have Sheets around you or anything, but I just seen that they were having like some kind of discount on gas. I drive a diesel, so I'm really hoping they have a diesel deal. But I'm really hoping like around the holidays, because people right now, you guys, I've been couponing like a crazy. I do not drink pop, but some of the kids like to drink it sometimes. Tim likes to have sometimes. And guess what? I have literally been like the coupon queen and I've been hitting up because I'm like, yeah, I'm not paying all of that. So I'm like, okay, Family Dollar, Dollar General, you can buy two, get one free a lot of times. And you can literally use like a coupon on top of it. So just a little hint to save you guys money over the holidays. If you have people in your family that like buy that kind of stuff, like, listen, trust me. And Walgreens, for whatever reason, is like the best freaking deals ever for like shampoo, conditioner, and laundry soaps and stuff. It's crazy. But Listen, I'm all about trying to help people. And so I've been trying to share that with my audience. And like, I have a little group that I've been like sharing in, like little tips of saving money, because I know that if I can help people save money in one area, that they'll make room to be able to, get their gym memberships or buy their supplements or be able to do extra things for their children or whatever, right? So a happy customer is a returning customer. And right now, that's where I'm telling you, like, if you can introduce somebody to something that's going to help them and utilize this $25 promo, utilize the 15% off. I have no problem if somebody's going to buy the Thrive experience and I throw them that they're going to get the $25 credits from Lavelle, and they are going to get 15% off. Okay. I have no problem right now covering the shipping on top of that as well. I think that is completely fair, even though, yes, it comes out to be like $40 that I'm giving them off. I think the Thrive experience in USD, the classic, is $136 with the 15% off. So if they get a $25 coupon on top of that, plus me paying free shipping, they're literally paying really half, right? It comes down to being like half price. And while, like I said, I don't generally recommend giving such high discounts, this time of the year is a little bit different. You want to meet people where they can meet you, right? And we have auto ships. I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but auto ships that are supposed to run on the 25th are going to run on the 22nd. So be sure, check your customers, look under your team auto ship, or not under your team auto ships, underneath your customers, and check and see when their auto ships are supposed to run, just because you don't want to wake up on the 25th and have a message from your customer saying, or on the 22nd, and somebody saying, hey, Amanda, because listen, guys, please listen to me. This is Black Friday week in the US. Okay. You don't want people to be pissed off that their auto ship ran. You would much rather that auto ship not run if they really did not have the money for it to run, and they needed to push it back a week because they needed to go shopping. Okay. And I'm telling you that because, like I said, I don't want you to be put in a situation where you're like, oh, what do I do? Right. I just want you guys to be prepared. So be proactive with it. Shoot people a message, let them know, hey, if they need to move it, fine. Great. You can help them. Or if they want to place an order once we get our Black Friday deals, that's fine too. Okay. So just don't be afraid to shoot your customers a message. If you have anybody that has one set up for the 25th, just touch base with them, shoot them a message tomorrow, and help take care of them, give good customer service. Right.
I have a tip, Amanda.
Yeah.
Hi guys. I am sick. I got hit this afternoon with just something. My kids are sick. I'm sick. So yeah, I just did not want to sit in my chair today. So I'm tuning in from the couch, but I think we might have a BOGO coming. I mean, we're all kind of anticipating one. So be very reach out to people, like I said, because when the sale comes, it's not going to be like so left field that you're already talking to them and they'll probably see your stories more. So anyone you do know, like I already have people in my inbox right now who are like, Jackie, do you know if there's something coming? And I'm like, and these are like my BOGO customers. I'm like, I'm pretty sure there is. Do you have it? Do you need anything like right this second? Like I can get it for you, like just to kind of spot fill them in. Right. But speaking of Christmas, Twin was actually talking about this on a previous call. It might've been one of our private team calls, but she was talking about keeping your stores open for the holidays. Right. And I don't mean just like, hey, I'm the Thrive girl, I'm selling this, but even buying your own presents for people through your own store. And this year is a little bit different, right? We just got our brand new Thrive skin line, and my gift of the year for anybody who's not thriving is going to be that cleanser, you guys, because that cleanser is bomb. That cleanser is bomb. And if you're getting it during BOGO, guess what? Everybody's gift is $20, literally. And you don't just have to stop at that, right? Like that little cleanser, if you get that BOGO during the cleanser during BOGO, $20, you can put it in a little thing. Like you can wrap it with like like plastic or cellophane, you can go to like one of those like Daiso or Miniso or one of those stores, right? And get them those little like headbands so that they can like wash their face. Like, you know what I mean? Like spruce it up a little bit for these little gifts that you can give to your, I mean, this could even be to some of your really good
They
customers.
have these cute little ones at the Dollar Tree.
Exactly. Those things,
They're
like
adorable.
those are the things, right? So you can do that, like match it with some skincare and then throw in some like little Christmas goodies and stuff. It does not have to be expensive, especially because if you guys are going to be seeing families and stuff during the holidays, like, you know, like Twin always says this, people go into a department store and they will buy these put together kits that are like 50, 60, $70. And these people like they fill it with so much stuff that people don't use, like the stores, like the department stores, right? And they'll just like sit, like my mom has tons of them gifted from like people. She doesn't use any of it. She uses our Thrive Skin stuff, like that's what she uses, you know. So gift people something that they'll use, and gift people something that helps your business, right? Like just because they're not buying from you, but if you still have to get them a present, guess what they're getting? They're getting Thrive. They're not going to look at you crazy because they already see you posting Thrive like crazy. They're expecting you, right? Or I mean, you should. They're expecting you to already be that thriver. So be that thriver, like loud and proud. Buy from your own store, guys.
Well, and that's the thing too, is that if you do get that, you can literally make them a little gift basket set, just similar to what Jackie was just saying. And honestly, guys, like you can throw in stuff, some of their favorite little things on top of it. It's like a pamper me night. And a lot of people look for good cleansers and good skincare. And honestly, I know that a lot of people were like sad about like our Thrive Skin going, but I love the Lavelle Skin. Like I love our cleanser. Like I have to take it out of the shower because the kids like overuse it. And I'm like, it lasts me forever, but like not them. If I put it in there, it's gone like that. And I'm like, you little son of a gun. So you better believe I'm going to be taking advantage of as soon as we get the BOGO on it, because I need to stock up big time.
One more thing too, when you guys buy Lavelle Skin, because you guys are thrivers, it's a write-off. Even if you gift it away to anybody, it could be for so, you know, if you were to walk into like Nordstrom's or Macy's and you were to go Christmas shopping and buy a bunch of stuff, right? Like the skincare gift sets and stuff, that is not exactly justifiable for it to be written off unless you were to give it to a thriver to build your business, right? So think about that. Like just, you know, just think about it. You will end up saving tons of money, like tons of money, like just supplying your own store versus going Christmas shopping at the malls and like, you know, yeah. Anyways.
Well, and that's why too, I mean, even whenever you do promos and things like that for, you know, like with the samples, like the samples right now, right? I can tell you, I like stock up on those suckers all the time because that is literally, and also, you know, I'll buy the packs and things like that because I'll use the packs for local people that I need to give them out to and people that I can just like go and take them over and so forth. And then I'll buy the ones online so that I can ship all over the place. And sometimes I have so many mailers, you guys, that the only reason I don't mail as many anymore, personally, is because like I didn't realize shipping had gone up for so many things. I was like, holy crap. The last time I sent out a whole bunch of stuff, of course, it wasn't just the same, like 3 steps. It was other products. And I was like, oh, I was shocked on how much shipping had changed. But I will say, like, I'll buy in our cloud, like whenever we have the tag team, I always get the samples because you get double. And I'm like, okay, like that's great timing. And I normally get two of them so that I'll get actually 4. So 24 samples like right away. Right. And that's an awesome buy. Of course, you don't get the volume for that. So I you know, I use that very sparingly. And that's why I do it during BOGO, is because of that reason, to be honest with you. I like to do it so I don't have to spend it versus, but it's still a write-off. So just know anytime you're doing something like that, that's helping build your business, that is always going to be something that you are able to write off. But I'll tell you guys, I really, really want to encourage you to be very proactive with this. If you are not sending out text or emails, yes, I know the company is sending them out. Okay. But I'm just going to tell you, I didn't get the email for Thrive Palooza. Okay. So I sent in to support. I was like, hey, like I'm getting all the other emails, but I didn't get an email to RSVP for Thrive Palooza. And I'm like freaking out because I want to be able to enroll so I can get, enroll for a millionaire's dinner and so forth. And I'm like, please put me in there. Like I need this email because I'm getting all the other emails. So I'm like, why am I not getting the email for that? And I don't know if it's because of my name changing or my email changing or what. But if you did not get an email and you do want to go to Thrive Palooza, please send in a support ticket so that if you need to RSVP, and I just seen, I think Dana, which I didn't get this email either, that there's going to be early bird access dropped for the people that RSVP. Okay, so I did not get that email either. So if you guys did not hear this, know that those prices are going to be significantly dropped and at great prices and so forth. And I don't want to see anybody pay more for something or they can pay less. And if you do live in the US, just know if you don't have the money right up front, you can do Klarna and so forth. I believe that I heard somebody say that Canada, there was going to be some option soon, that there was like some kind of pay as you go type of thing. But I don't know. I haven't heard of one solidly yet. Like, I know in the US they have Klarna, and then there's a couple of them that there's like, you pay over like 4 payments or something if you don't have all the money all up front. But it still comes out of your bank account. So you have to qualify for it and you link your card to it. Because yeah, but anyways, that's another option as well, especially around the holidays, if they drop it. I just want people to have those options, right? Yeah. See, I didn't get that email. I didn't
get. We also, so in that email, there's a little link to register for to get your hotel as well. So I actually got my hotel today. I didn't get the tickets yet because it's not out. So the tickets are not out yet, but yes, any early bird pricing is reduced by a bit. I think VIP is reduced by like $50. I didn't see what it was for the other admissions, but there is a little bit of an early bird discount. I booked my hotel, and when I booked, it said it was pretty much all sold out except for the king. And then when I went in again, there was 2 queens available as well. So if you don't see your selection, try to play around with the numbers a little bit. Like, the bed selection, because it was weird. The double queen said that maximum capacity for that room was just 1, which I was like, that doesn't make any sense because double queen, you probably fit like 4 people in there, right? But yeah, so if you guys are booking your hotels, like, you can book them now. I think that you can actually cancel the hotel up to like 72 hours. So like, even if you don't end up like, oh, I can't go, or you find a better deal somewhere else, you can always cancel that and they'll put it back on your card.
Yeah. And also if they do end up looking like they're full, you guys just go back in later because somebody maybe had canceled. And so rooms open up continuously. And whenever they see like, oh, we need more, a lot of times Jason will, push for the block to be bigger. So it's sometimes it's a demand thing. They'll get so many rooms. And then once those fill up, they're able to open up more rooms. So always go back. And then, like I said, people cancel, and that area is a little bit different. So there are like Airbnbs and so forth around the same area, and it's all like walking distance as well.
And there's hotels around there too. There's other hotels. Yes. And you guys don't all have to stay at the same places. Like, I know that conference hotels book up really quickly for like a lot of people that stay there, but we in the past have like taken over a whole nother hotel. Yes. So the team be together. So if you guys like are looking into that, like just figure out a place that you guys are going and then start like booking like a couple of rooms out there. That way you guys have a little crew to Palooza together.
Well, and that's what I was just going to say, is that in New Orleans, when we had conference there, it was, I believe I might have said the wrong year the last time I said this. But I believe it was 2018, because 2019 we were definitely in Texas because that's when I got my millionaire. So it was 2018 was New Orleans. Yes. People were all over the place, but the good news is that the conference center was walking distance for everybody. So if you stay in the French Quarter, you stay like everywhere, basically it's walking distance. I mean, it's a few blocks, but people are kind of scattered out and spread all over. So just know that it's okay if you don't like get the hotel that Lavelle has booked. That you're still going to be in a close vicinity. And as long as you're with your team, really, guys, that is what is important, is like you want to be with people, because the best part of conference is the time you get to spend. I mean, yes, you're learning, and you're getting in on, hearing some inspirational stuff and great tips, but the team bonding that you do at the events and meeting up, like, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be people going downtown. It's incredible. It's just an amazing, like, that environment is so good. And I can't wait for it. It's long overdue. I cannot wait. Because like the city, like New Orleans is just, it's a beautiful place. And there's just the vibe is just something else. And don't be surprised if you catch me downtown, like doing shots out of like a syringe type of thing or something, because somebody always ends up talking me into it. And then I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. But I don't really drink that much anymore. So that would be a really bad idea for me. But no, I want to encourage you guys to watch for that. If you are somebody that is like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it this year or not. I do want to encourage you. Listen, if you can sell 4 mini experiences, for $25 a piece, you bought your ticket, okay, for the general seating. And if you can, swing sharing a room with multiple people or getting in an Airbnb with multiple people, that'll drastically cut down. Watch for airline points if you're in driving distance, all kinds of stuff right now. That is going to be like your best bet. And honestly, it's 5 months out. So you have 5 months to kind of like prepare and save for this event. And I think that gives us all plenty of time to kind of like really strategically. I remember my very first conference that I went to. This was clear back in 2013, you guys, and the conference ticket cost $200. My flight cost $200, and my hotel, I split it with 4 other people, was $200. So what I did was, at the time, I sold 8 of the whatchamacallits that I sold. But we'll just say Thrive experiences. Okay. And then I sold 8 more. Okay. And then I sold 8 more over the course. I bought that in September and my conference was in January. So I did it over those months leading up to it. So it wasn't all at once. So it was like each month I tried to aim for 200, 200, 200, 200, and then also 200 extra to have in cash to spend, for food, eating, drinks, and so forth. And then knowing that all those expenses would be write-offs as well, for business. So just kind of like play around with it. And, it's okay if you don't want to go out to eat the whole time. You guys can get food and take it back to your hotel room, whatever. It's going to be something that will definitely pump you up and remind you why you're here, right? There's something about the vibe when you get to conference. And like, I cannot tell you guys, I really was heartbroken this year. Whenever I unfortunately had my back jacked up right before conference. I have never missed a conference, and it'll be 11 years until this year. And it was the worst year for me to miss it because I needed my people. I needed you guys. It really destroyed me, to be honest with you. I like cried that whole week, and I tried to like stay strong for everybody and be optimistic, but I was dying inside because I wanted to be there so badly. And there's something about the fire that you come out with, this belief. You see other people being able to do stuff and you realize that other people are just like you and you're no different. And that's what fuels you. Okay. That's what fuels your belief. And when you believe that you can do something, magical things happen. So, like I said, we have this $25 credit promo right now. And what people have done in the past is they have really focused in on one product that would be very impactful for this specific time of the year. And I'm going to tell you those specific products, while yes, they're a low dollar amount, that will be very specific for this time of the year would be treat meal, balance, detox. Rebuild as well. I'm going to put rebuild up there just because, and honestly, I mean, yes, there's other ones as well, but I'm just saying those 4 products right there are going to be like huge things. And then I just had a girl that she has been thriving and she works night shifts. She's only sleeping like on a very kind of chaotic schedule. So we're kind of playing around with her experience right now. And she started on Elite Women's and Duo. But because of her sleep cycle and so forth, I'm going to actually change her over to the classic and men's and have her take 2 men's capsules when she wakes up. And then when she goes home in the morning, she stays awake for a few hours before she goes into her evening nap. So I'm actually going to have her take 1 capsule in the morning as well. Now, it sounds like I'm telling her to take extra capsules, but I'm really not. It's the way that her schedule is, because that way she can make it through till she goes to bed. So, she's not overtaking the product, but at the same time, we're just kind of playing around with it to see what's going to work better for her. And her sleep cycles, like I said, when you're on night shift anyways, it kind of messes with your rhythm. So if you have somebody that they're telling you like they're really tired, you can't figure out like what it is, first off, see what their routine is, see what it is that they're eating. You guys, when I had my surgery back in 2019, I didn't really think I ate that terrible. I never really thought that I ate, like I never finished meals or anything like that. I really, what I found out very fast though, was that I didn't know how to eat, which was weird. I mean, I thought that I did, but I didn't. And when I learned how to fuel my body with like actual, like focusing on proteins, focusing on vegetables, I do not worry about fruit. Okay. And if I have something that is not a healthy, right? I just eat the portion or less than the portion. So like, I don't take anything off the table. I'm literally like follow 80% and then 20% don't worry about it. Right. But if it's something, I don't focus on like necessarily like, I don't count my carbs and like my vegetables or my fruit ever. I don't. But I also don't sit around just like eat like masses of it either. But if I'm going to have ice cream, guess what? I eat it in a little bowl and I'll put like a scoop and a half. I'll eat like literally the half cup serving. But I'll still enjoy myself. And then I find recipes that increase the proteins. I find ways, which I really am hoping I'm probably just going to buy it for myself. I want one of those Ninja Creamies so that I can mix up protein. I've seen a lot of people making ice cream with like protein shakes. So I'm like, I wonder, I've not tried our Thrive, our lifestyle mix, mixing that in, but I'm going to try it and see if it works out. Because I think that would be an awesome recipe to share with everybody. And people need that kind of stuff. And what's going to happen come the first of the year? We already know. I mean, I haven't heard yet anything about like Ultimate Thriver, but they generally start talking about it in December, heading into January, because registration's normally like the last week of December going into January. Yeah. Right? Last week of December, heading into January is whenever registration generally is, which is great timing. But you guys, we have something coming, and I don't know how many, I want to hear what people's guesses are. I know that a few of you guys have guessed in some of the chats that we're in, but I'm really thinking that it's going to be something aimed towards snacks or food delivery of some kind. I really, really think it's going to be on like outside the box. That's going to go right along with because think about it, they've been putting out grocery lists, they've been putting out different types of stuff to go along with our Thrive experience, because or it could be, and they said something about subscriptions, right? And what is a common subscription that people are getting now? Meal delivery, right? No, I loved that, like, sweet savory garlic one. It was so good. I loved the jerky. It was so yummy. I also like the popcorn, like little things, but they weren't like, they were good, but they weren't like the healthiest of healthy. But I loved the jerky. For those of you guys that weren't around when we had the jerky, it was so good. And we got like 4 bags of it, and it was, it wasn't a bad price. I mean, heck, I go to Sam's Club now and one bag of it is like 20 something dollars. I'm like, you got way more in those packs that we got. So, I mean, I would love to see stuff like that come back. I would love to see snacks that, like edible snacks that people could get on a subscription, or people could get, ordering it being a food like category of some kind that they could either order, or they could order it as in they get it as frequent as they want, like as in our auto ship type of program, and they get a bigger discount if they do that, right? Because that would be something awesome. So if you guys have any ideas of what you might think it is, sure, there could be like a workout thing or something along those lines. I don't think it's going to be that, though. I think it's going to actually be a product of some kind that is going to assist with what we already have and help somebody be more successful. And one of the biggest things that people struggle with is people will follow a diet and then they quit following that diet and they gain all the weight back because it's too hard to maintain. So part of when I had my surgery, I had to learn how to make lifestyle changes. So I still, to this day, I eat the same way. I knew very quickly I couldn't just eliminate things for the rest of my life. I was always going to want certain stuff. So I had to learn how to actually fuel my body and focus on protein, focus on vegetables, focus on how to, and I started small, right? I started off just kind of helping. And like I have my customer that I just told you about that's working night shift. She doesn't know how to eat, you guys. Like literally, she's like, I don't know how to eat. Can you help me? So I've been helping develop different types of meals for her, different snacks and things that she can eat for breakfast, because she is literally clueless. So I'm like, do you like tuna? Do you like chicken? And I'm giving her recipes. Like you could take the Carb Smart wraps and you can cut them, spray them with a little olive oil, throw them in your like in your air fryer, and literally salt and a little bit of lime juice. And there you have a low carb tortilla chip, and it's excellent, right? And you can make all kinds of different stuff. Like I know a lot of people are weird about cottage cheese. Cottage cheese is like loaded in protein, and you could throw in some chicken or whatever and make a buffalo chicken dip with that. And it's a low carb, high protein type of snack that a lot of people, like my kids, you guys, I made fudge with cottage cheese. And I know that sounds really gross. You couldn't tell. And my kids loved it. They loved it. And it was just like loaded with protein. And they're like, no way, this is cottage cheese. I'm like, mm-hmm. It was. But anyways, I learned a lot of different stuff. So I would love to see some kind of assistance in that avenue for people, because that is definitely going to help set them up for success. Okay. So this week, send out your emails or messages to your customers that have auto ships running. If you have people that have ordered in the past on BOGO, touch base with them. Let them know if there are any products or anything, or if they want alerted whenever you have this boat, like if we have a BOGO or whatever the Black Friday deals are. You guys, people are expecting sales and to spend money this week. They are. All right. So you have to not be afraid to share that stuff. Share it in your story, share it on a reel or whatever, share it on a post. It doesn't matter. I promise you people are looking for those deals. This is when they're like, hey, where are the sales? Right. And this is when they're more likely to buy than any other time of the year, to be honest with you. So make sure you get that touch base with people. And then also, if you're not doing like a newsletter of some sort to your customers, I do suggest that, or sending out cards to your personal customers that are ordering, a thank you card with a couple sample packs or so forth, get their address. I think I mentioned that before, but it goes a long way for people right now. People like to get snail mail. I don't know why it's called that, but snail mail. People like it. They like getting gifts in the mail. And I'd be lying if I told you I didn't like getting little surprise things in the mail. I'm like a sucker for like, cute little things, surprises that I didn't expect to get. It makes me smile when I get a Christmas card or, just something very thoughtful for somebody. I don't know, makes you feel special, makes you feel like a little kid. And that's always been how I am, but I don't know, because I love it. I think other people like it too. And also there was one other thing I wanted to tell you. Oh, I know what it was. Now more than ever, I want to encourage you guys to be yourselves. All right. If you know there's some area that you want to work on, that you are struggling in, don't be afraid to share your journey of what you're working on with people, right? Like, say you're doing gratitude every morning and you're trying to get better with your mindset. Angela does a great job with this on her Instagram. She shares, just different, really like positive and motivational, yes, business sometimes oriented stuff, but like really about like changing your mindset and how you can kind of go about doing that. Like taking people on that journey with you is relatable, and being relatable and being authentic to who you are. You don't need to be somebody that you aren't. I have been doing this business for 11 years and I have done very well. Okay. And I have always just been Amanda. I've never been anything that I'm not. What you see is what you meet in person and what you get. And I am a mess, but I'm just the same person in person as what you see online. And people love that. You guys, I run into people all the time and they'll just like, they feel comfortable talking to me because they feel like they know me. They feel like they know my kids. They know my family. They know all about my life, right? That I've chosen to share. There's a lot of stuff I've not shared, especially over the past couple years. I'm working on that. When you go through a big life change like I did, there's certain identity crisis that you go through, I guess you could say. And so I am working on how I can articulate sharing parts of my journey, of things that I have gone through in the most respectful way, for everybody involved. So like I've kind of gone through a lot of changes, and like it's kind of, I've been writing it down and like trying to break down like some of the stuff, which I'll just tell you. So like loss of identity, that's a big one. So like, sorry, I didn't mean to get emotional. Why do I get emotional? That's been something that's like been hard, for me, because I was so used to having my girls like all the time and running to ball fields and mom, was my identity. But guess what? My kids are getting older and like not doing all of that as much anymore. And so that's not exactly what I do all the time anymore. And then sure, I'm still mom, but it's different. All right. I don't have my daughter all the time now. So it's like it's hard. It's been an adjustment. Another thing is like I'm not working as a nurse. So like people knew me as a nurse, but that's not my identity either. There's just a lot, right? So like, I'm also like going through the hormonal stuff, and thank God we've got incredible products, and that's definitely helped like my cramping and my moods and my sleep and stuff. But yeah, like I'm definitely like perimenopausal. Like I started this industry, you guys. I literally was like 31 years old, and here I am getting ready to turn 43. Like I'm gonna be 43, and that's crazy to me. Kids moving out, like my kids were 2 and 9, and here I am. It's like, what happened? My daughter's gonna be graduating from beauty school, and like, anyways, it's a lot of transitions. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable with people and share parts of your journey of your changing in life, because you may not relate to everybody, but you're going to relate more to the people that can relate to what you're going through. And like, I just made a post earlier today, that I went, yeah, time flies. It really does fly. I just made a post earlier today, and like my mom posted on it, a couple other people posted on it, but there's a lot of people that are struggling with Christmas this year. I have seen on all these pages where people are like, they got laid off. Their spouses got laid off after the cutoff date for like angel trees and different types of programs that help with like the holidays and so forth. And I've seen a lot of people posting about how they're working like 1 and 2 jobs and so forth, and they're not sure how they're going to make it. You guys, I want you to know, like, don't compare, no matter where you're at in life. Don't compare yourself to anybody else out there, because nobody else is living under your roof with your family. Okay. Do not look at these people that are going out and doing like crazy extravagant things and making you feel less than. All right. Whatever it is that you can do for you and your family, like, know that you gave it your all, and like that's what matters. Like, material shit does not matter at the end of the game, right? It's literally spending time. And I know sometimes your kids might not be accustomed to that, because they've had like a lot. But listen, you guys, I promise you, kids definitely do adapt, and they do. My daughters have seen good times and they've seen bad times. And there were years ago before I joined Lavelle, my daughter, she didn't tell me, and this is such a silly thing, but she didn't tell me about this trip that her school had. It was like $50. And she didn't tell me about it because she was worried that like I wouldn't have the money for it. And like my dad had just passed away, and it was just a really rough year. And it was a trip I knew she really wanted to go on, but she was like, no, I didn't want to go. I didn't find out till later on that she just didn't tell me, right? I never want my kids to ever do that, because I was like, Mom, you would have found a way, But like, that's the reality sometimes our kids see. So like, just know whatever you do is enough, and your kids are going to be happy. And I want you to know, though, that there's other people out there right now that you can help. And like, our business model is set up so that we can do this business for free, but you have to share it. And if you do not have it, and I actually pulled this out of that VIP magazine just because I had it, like, this is the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the reason why I did this is because I want to print it. I'm going to put it on this. All right. Like, I have a great big foldable thing that I got at the dollar store, and I'm actually doing I'm copying it so I can have my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, it's in our cloud. Yes, you can just print it off on paper. But I like to write it and have it big and mark stuff off. And I don't know if you guys ever seen Susan Coppins, like really good about doing this. And oh, who else is it? Somebody else is really, really good about doing it as well. They literally are accountable, and they send this to an accountability partner every day. They're 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So if you want to get consistent with your business, pull up your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's in our Thrive Connect app. You can print it off. It's in our cloud office. It's also in the drop down in our cloud office. And if you only did that every single day, like in the nooks and crannies of your day, you are literally going to start seeing your business start to grow, and it's going to grow the consistency. And like the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 steps are like printed off on there. So that's the only reason I have this in here, is because I was like, oh, I had an extra magazine sitting here and I was reading through it the other day for inspiration. Oh, twin. Anyways, I was like looking at all these ladies and I was like, but this was the most proud part of it, you know, of it all, because seeing somebody else on our team in it, and just knowing that if I can do it, Jackie can do it, Twin can do it, and everybody else can do it. You guys, we have so many people we could still help, and we're seeing so many people come back. And listen, I want you to know, if you're not talking to them, somebody else is. All right. And they're going to join somewhere. And sometimes that's a blessing. All right. So listen, sometimes that's a blessing that they join somebody else. All right. And that's okay. Please do not take any offense if that happens. Sometimes it's not worth the negativity for some. All right. You want to make sure you're surrounding yourself with people that are positive, people that are going to lift you up, people that are going to elevate you to that next level. Because if you allow negativity in your ears, you're not going to get focused. And the reality of it is, thrive for free. You want to thrive for free. You want to help your customers thrive for free. Lavelle's really trying to like reel that in right now, right? With all the different promos they're throwing out for our customers. Running our business for free is a game changer, like a game changer. And being able to have the 3 different auto bonuses, somebody doesn't even have to buy a car. They just get the 300, the 800, great, the 1600. That's a great thing. There's lots of people that could utilize that $300 extra payment a month. And so make that your mission to finish out the year. You know what? Who can I help get this VIP bonus? Like a VIP 400, VIP 800, VIP 1600. Go on a mission. The one person that can change your business is you. Okay. But helping one person, you doing your due diligence by you working your business, is going to help change the next person's life. And I was told a long time ago that you never know, the lady at the grocery store could have prayed for a solution today. And if you don't open your mouth to them, then they may never have the opportunity, right? So like, I talk to everybody and I tell everybody what it is that I'm doing whenever they ask. I try to share it everywhere I go. People know what I do. And I'm not afraid to share it, because I've been able to run my business for free, and I've been able to spend the last 11 years home with my kids. And to me, that's something to be proud of, and something that I want other parents to be able to do as well if they choose to. I never thought that I'd want to be a stay-at-home mom, and I don't consider myself a stay-at-home mom. I consider myself a work-from-home mom, because I definitely have my hours set aside for my business. Okay. The time that I check my emails, the times that I get back to messages. And I had to learn to block those things out, because my life is chaotic and my schedule is crazy. But remember, the more you put into it as a business, the better that your business is going to do. That means doing the business activities, getting a game plan, a blueprint, if you will, to what that looks like. And also something else that I've been working on, and I'll show you. I've been like doing all kinds of stuff. I have like a daily, weekly, like I have it all drawn out here, a daily, weekly, a 30, 60, 90 day, 60 month, 6 month and 1 month goals. My business goals, I just like drew it out so that I can work on it. I'm still filling it out. And then I also have, I told you guys I'm doing the calendar like, I love this notebook because I need big and I need to mark stuff off. This is like my content calendar that I just drew up for the remaining amount of the month. And I'm going to put up different topics that I'm going to cover each day. And that way I know that I'm being accountable. So if there's nothing on it, then I can look at it and say, this is why I wasn't making any progress. All right. And I can own it. Because guess what? I can't be mad at anybody but myself if I'm not doing the things. So like with the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, if it's blank, it's on me. That's why I'm not growing, or that's why I'm not helping somebody. If I don't do something in my content calendar, it's on me. If I don't write my goals, listen, I'm going to tell you a statement. I'm going to read it because I always fuck up things. Excuse my language. I always mess up stuff when I try to say it, but I'm going to tell you this. Hold on. I got to get it out. It's right here. Don't worry. I won't have to search very far. People don't buy what you do. They buy why you do it. And that's by Simon Sinek. So I love Leaders Eat Last. It's one of my favorite books, and his leadership is right. So you need to know about your why. You help who with what for why. You know, why are you going to help somebody? Let people know what it is that you want to help them with. Speak to who it is that you're trying to help and how you want to help them. Anyways, Jackie, I could go on and on and on. Ultimately, at the end of the day, you guys just know who are you trying to serve? How are you trying to serve them? You know, be authentically who you are. Be a damn good person and stay consistent with it. And I promise it's going to be a game changer for your business. Consistency, connecting with people, and literally being intentional with what you're doing. That's the secret sauce. Like, and if anybody says otherwise, they're full of shit. That's all there is to it. It's like, if you're intentional and you're letting people know what you have and your lights are turned on for your business, that's when your business is going to grow. When your lights are turned off and you're not doing the things and you're not talking to people, and listen, you're not going to feel like sunshine every damn day. So get some content out there ready that you can post on those days that you don't feel like it, right? Just so that you can actually kind of make those connections still. And just remember, it's not about what people see that you're doing. It's about what you're actually doing. So you may not be posting a bazillion, but you might be messaging, you might be emailing, you might be whatever, but you are the one that has to be accountable for what it is that you're putting out there. For me, I know that I say that, but one of the big things in 2024 I want to have is I'm trying to figure out the best tool for me to post everywhere, because Gary Vee is saying that you need to be posting everywhere and multiple times a day. And I listen to Gary Vee because he knows his shit. Okay. So like, I'm trying to figure out the best way and best tool I can utilize for getting myself out there in a consistent basis, kind of everywhere, and then be able to focus my one-on-one in certain areas and so forth. So you guys, all right, Jackie, go get some rest, honey. Everybody have an amazing night. I will get this up as soon as it's uploaded. It might be first thing in the morning. But have a good night and just watch for these deals. Make sure you follow up with those customers if the auto ships are set to run on the 25th, just so that they know that they're going to be running 2 days from now. Okay. So have a good night, guys. Love you all.